3, bishop e7, h3. So he minds his bishop. He wants,
Yes.
yeah, bishop h2 if knight
I
goes
have
to
feeling
h5.
like the previous game he forgot to play first h3.
It's fine to allow this knight h5, and yeah, he actually proved that the weaknesses, let's say, black had to pay the price to take this bishop, and he managed to exploit those weaknesses nicely. So, what are, well, interestingly, Akobian is thinking at such an early stage. Yeah, bishop b7 looks like an automatic move to be played. Yeah, and not d5 but d6, which is much more flexible system here. Queen to e2.
He wants to have his bishop on b7 more open.
Yeah, a6, a4, rook to e8, bishop to h2, preventively, well, avoiding various jumps with the knight, like knight d5. And I think sooner or later in this structure, white is supposed to play c3, c4, otherwise it's very hard to get any, you know, like proactive moves with the pawns. Bishop f8, no, knight c4, that's as well an option. Knight to c4, pressing the d6 pawn. If black goes d6, d5, then he blocks his own bishop, and
The knight
white
jumps
knight,
on e5. Perfect
white
place
knight
for
goes,
the
yeah,
knight.
to e5 or even d6. If, let's say, black plays d5 right now, white can also go knight d6, which, well, force black to exchange the bishop.
Queen c7.
Queen c7, then knight goes to e3. Potentially, next move will be knight g4. No, knight d5, trying to force some exchanges. And bishop takes a6, winning a
extra
pawn.
pawn.
Bishop f3. Now
It's must to take with the
has
pawn.
to play, yeah, has to take gf3. So black will get some positional compensation. Not enough though. I believe it's not enough. The white bishop, the light square bishop, will be exceptionally
And he
strong.
got his double bishop.
So he will put the bishop on b5, and well, I'm not sure about. I mean, if we have to talk about the pair of bishops, the other bishop on h2 is not doing such a great job, but the bishop on
He has to
b5 will.
come somewhere.
Bishop on b5 definitely will. Yeah, for black to have the real compensation, he has to activate his knights. Looking at moves like knight f6, you know, to go to h5, g6. I mean, knight f6 played. Knight f6 played. Rook bishop b5 is really awkward for black to face, because yeah, you don't want to play a move like rook e7, and otherwise you have to leave the e file. So rook d8 played
No,
by
c8.
Varuzhan Akobian. C8.
And c4.
c4. Yeah.
So its upcoming plan is to play b4 and then look either a5 or c5.
b4. Yeah. I mean, sometimes this structure is better for white, even not having an extra pawn. But I mean, it's like, for instance, white pawn on b2 and black pawn on a5. The bishop on b5 is simply too strong. But
Okay, now a5 is a next move for
being a
white.
pawn up, it's like
g6.
must be winning objectively. So a5, pawn takes on a5, then this pawn will go to a6. Queen a7, attacking the d4 pawn.
Rook
Perhaps
should
the only weakness which is left in white's position. Queen e3. No, queen e3 is a good move, because somewhere he will play, you know, he will play d5. It's not about having an extra pawn, right? I mean, white doesn't really need an extra pawn. He needs his a pawn to be, I mean, the strong passed pawn to go further.
He goes to a6.
Yeah, he goes to a6.
It's really far already.
And then somewhere he can play d4, d5. Black is still struggling to find the proper plan. It might be that he has to... No, d5, c5 allows white to have another passed pawn.
Black is already in a short time. 30 seconds
30
on
seconds.
the clock against 2 minutes and...
Rook back to
30.
d8. So he protects the d6 pawn, wants to play bishop g7, I assume. Kind of increasing the pressure on d4. Yeah, bishop g7. And then bishop c6. Now starts with d5, as I said, wants to trade the queens. d5, ed5 now. Bishop c6 is certainly an option. Well, capture on a7 could be an option. No, it goes bishop c6, yeah. Attacking the rook, which practically forces... No, black cannot take on e3. No, I just realized that if black takes on e3, it's fe3. And rook a7, white takes on c4, it's just like completely winning. So The feeling is like, in order to, you know, to somehow to
To
complicate.
sacrifice, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
in order
doing
to
it.
complicate, he has to sacrifice an exchange. His position will be still lost, of course, but at least there is some sharpness. Like
A7 probably. No.
Rook A5. Rook A5, D5. A7 is an option. Yeah, but now Black has
A7,
got
Rook
those
B1,
two.
Rook E8, Rook B8.
Black has got those two connected passed pawns, which are moving pretty quickly. D4, A7, now Queen takes D8 is a serious strat. Yeah, I think Rook C8, then Queen B8 is an option.
Yeah.
Queen B8 is certainly a possible move. Queen goes to B8, right? And Akobian
4
is also...
seconds on
yeah.
the clock. No.
No, he won't
no.
make it. He won't make it. He has already lost on
They
time.
play.
Yeah, the game continues, by the way, because
see
they
how
are
long
not.
it-
Yeah. But anyway, it was completely lost.
But did
Was
you not
completely-
look in the clock or what happened?
Yeah, I mean some
Come on.
discussion.